How's been the journey so far?
I would say it's a natural interest into the new tech. And I often describe my job as learning the new tech, make it accessible, and resell the new tech.
So from blockchain, you'll move full time to AI after that?
No, I won't.
Blockchain is
it's the same. Like I use cloud, I can use big data, I can use AI, and I think blockchain is a tool.
Hello everyone, welcome. This is Sudeep reporting live from TOKEN2049, and it has been a crazy event so far. This is the second day and the last interview of mine, and we're joined by Louis, Yellow Network. He's the founder.
I'll be easy on you. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. So I'll not be easy on you. Okay. So the thing is that he has come a long way. Since 2006, he has been a serial entrepreneur, developing technology. He founded, I think, Helios technology back then. So he's come a long way from Web 2 to Web 3. The transition is something that has been interesting. We would like to understand more about
Web 1 even.
Or Web 1 even. So how did you transition from that stage to Web 3, and how's been the journey so far?
I would say it's a natural interest into the new tech. And I often describe my job as learning the new tech, make it accessible, and resell the new tech,
That's fine.
So for example, when big data was a thing, I was an open source developer in big data, and big data became big. When cloud computing started, the same, I was advocating cloud computing and started to be an early adopter of data center with wires. And then we had elastic cloud computing in virtual machines and same. So every new technology I've been always very keen, interested genuinely. And the step to blockchain naturally captured my interest. I even call that a hobby. I block the new technology and then I'm like, I can make a business out of it. So of course I've been really involved in AI lately as a tool.
So from blockchain, you'll move full time to AI after that?
No, I won't. Blockchain is it's the same. Like I use cloud, I can use big data, I can use AI, and I think blockchain is a tool.
Yeah. So, coming back from that, so you transitioned from all the technologies. So how has the transition as an experience been for you? I want to know from Louis as a person, not as a founder. So you've been transitioning from different technologies. So how was your experience using everything and coming to today? What has been your life experience?
An entrepreneur journey is always wild. I don't know anyone who will say I've been 20 years entrepreneur and it's been smooth always. I often like to explain it to people as a poker player, a professional poker player, have his odds and gamble, and he's into a high risk business. Always. But when you compare this to being a startup entrepreneur, the stakes are much higher and the risk is much higher. So usually the VC statistics are pretty bad, on the chance of success, and the stakes sometimes are $1 million scale. So it's being in the high risk business with big losses and big winnings. And the technology, I guess, the adoption is the cool part. Sailing is always, the tough one.
What we would say is that as entrepreneurs, you never fail. You either get success or you learn.
Yes.
As to how not to fail your next venture.
Yes.
So that is
I always tried to see it this way. And I think it's very important. Otherwise, it's hurt your moral quite deeply. And there is always learning in any failures.
Yeah, absolutely. So, how did the idea of yellow came to your mind? And why the name yellow, by the way?
Yellow is a choice from my co-founder, Alexis. He had a big vision of making blockchain mainstream. And I believe we're still pursuing this vision, though the road, the yellow brick road, has been more complex than we imagined, especially starting in, I would say, 2014. And yeah, I mean, she's been looking for like mainstream brand, and the opportunity of yellow.com appeared, and probably from the time we got the domain name, the Twitter handle yellow, that was set. There was space for us to take the brand yellow. So we are yellow, yes. It's a cool name.
And what is the project about? What is the genesis or the theory behind forming a DeFi like this?
So yeah, we are trading specialists. The core of the money and the industry in crypto is about trading. This has been also our bread and butter at Yellow. This is, I would say, we are a traditional trading firm with a DeFi department and project. So we're not all in on our protocol, but pretty seriously committed. And being professional in trading, and we have been building over 150 trading venues. We've been market making hundreds of tokens.
Okay.
So we hone our expertise into what is liquidity and what's the problem of liquidity fragmentation. And the Yellow Network is our take on how we could make a definitive solution to the liquidity problem that everyone talks so much about it, but not so many have solutions.
That's great. So we go back to the genesis of Yellow Network. What functionalities exactly it solves? Let's say 1, 2, 3 if we talk about, then the primary ones being in the DeFi space, and the other things.
Yellow is a virtual network,
Yes.
sitting on top of every blockchain, and all of the state, which are mostly tokens, balances, accounting records, are beamed or mirrored into our virtual layers.
Yes.
So Ripple has this amazing XRP crypto with very deep liquidity and their real world asset, and they've been scoring really well on this side. And every chain have, some specializing meme, etc., etc. And we give the ability to beam and transport all of these assets on a single virtual layer, so they become in a unified space to be traded in a unified way. So, like the average trader user experience, well, if it's not on Binance, if it's not on a large trading venue, it can get wild. You might need to withdraw your USD,
Then you are prone to frauds.
you go on your wallet, and then you go through bridge, and then you lose your money somewhere.
Yes.
Through this approach, you can imagine that the trader user experience becomes seamless, and I will be able to get some asset from Ton, the latest Penguin or the latest real world asset or some securities.
That's fair. So we talk about, you're dealing with a layer which is built on top and trading of assets. Security becomes a prime concern in these cases, because we have seen a number of hacks, most of them coming from one particular part of the world where there no law or regulation applies. Let's not name it, but hacks are dominant in the crypto ecosystem. How do you protect that, and how do you ensure that security is always there?
Good question. Myself, quite fond of security, and like to always learn and think about it. So I do apply key principle, security by simplicity. If it's not simple, you might have vulnerability you don't see. Second is divide and conquer, I would say. So it's the ability to leverage a diversity in security of different, to not have like a systemic global security vulnerability. So eventually, I don't think it's possible to build the bulletproof protocol, especially in the kind of ambitious vision that we have. But we can rely on thousands of different partners that have different security protocol to have their local security. So eventually some security hacks will happen, but this will not affect the global network. So you can think of the best example I can give you is banking, or even like the Visa network. Like everyone has their PIN code, and so every day you have stolen credit cards. It does not collapse the entire system. So I think this is another key principle. And in crypto, you know, there is the private key pair.
You know,
So
coming from that part,
you should never touch the private keys, you know. My private key is my crypto, and this is a good principle to have. And there is tons of advanced technologies for securing private keys.
I mean, coming from Visa, Visa has never been hacked. Cards have been hacked. So individual wallets can be hacked, but protocols should not be. That's what my perspective on security is. If there's a hack, it should not happen to Visa or MasterCard or a bank. It can happen to individual customers. And that happens all the more often in the crypto ecosystem because people are not so careful about their keys. They keep their security keys also in their cell phones only.
They don't have the pass keys, they don't have like the biometric. I mean, now it's coming with the Apple Pay. But you're right. There is no like big case of Visa being hacked because they applied similar principle. And you see also SWIFT. Every bank have their own private keys. They do their own encryption. They have their hardware, and they sign message over the Visa network. So Visa, SWIFT are clearing protocol. They are not payment.
They're not payment protocol. Right?
And Yellow is a clearing protocol.
Right. So that makes Yellow one of that kind in the payments ecosystem.
In the family of the clearing protocol, as it's not quite famous because its infrastructure nobody thinks about anymore, it just works. But we specialize in clearing trading transaction.
Oh, that's great. So you're working
Not
with So you're working only with the B2C side of the things, the business to customer, or you're working B2B as well? Some institutions.
No, we are a B2B2C company, and we want to federate all of the makers of the crypto space, the custodian, the centralized exchange, the decentralized exchange. So we want to encompass all of this complexity and provide the middleware that will make the future of finance faster and more reliable.
But this is the present state of Yellow Network. But being a serial entrepreneur, a founder at heart, you must be having some vision like 1 year down the line, 3 years down the line. That is where I want to see Yellow Network. I would like to listen to that from you.
So I'm trying to focus on a small and specific problem, which is creating this virtual layer. The rest is coming from the other thinkers and big ideas of the blockchain industry. So those companies working on real world assets, for example, are a big key element of my vision. I truly am a strong believer that Yellow Network could be tomorrow's infrastructure for real world asset. And I think those real world assets could be backed with real value commodities, securities, companies that need investment, that need expansion, and connecting investors that also want to manage their portfolio and want to have access to like a diversity of investment because, I think in many countries it's quite limited to what they can invest and what we tell them about their investment.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that the $1 trillion revolution comes through the reward asset trading on a new infrastructure that is a DeFi kind of infrastructure. DeFi would not mean, in my terms, anonymous and unregulated. It means decentralized, right? Scalable like the internet. And that's the big vision. Is it going to happen in 5 years? I don't know. 5 years ago, we were already talking about, tokenized real estate, and we helped launch
Tokenized land, tokenized trees.
Tokenized trees, tokenized air, tokenized CO2, tokenized things, all great ideas, and you need to try and fail. So the ideas are moving together, and this become reality.
What I perceive is that business is eventually business. So the youngsters can build fantastic tech, but if they fail to understand how to build a business out of it, the whole idea will fail. Over the last 2 or 3 editions of TOKEN2049, I am seeing a stark shift from youngsters coming to Web3 to people with more gray hair coming to the industry, hiring those same youngsters, building businesses out of ideas and enriching the ecosystem. And that has been a shift for more acceptability, adoption, and actually practical business ideas for Web3.
A question for you. You said you have done 5 TOKEN2049. Is it the first edition you see a CME group? Have you noticed that? No. They are the TradFi, the traditional group, and I was like, oh, that's interesting to see them.
A lot of people are coming.
I'm assuming it's the first year, but I haven't stopped by to ask them, and they might be too late. But I'm really curious. I agree with you. I like the shit. I mean, there is both communities, and TOKEN2049 is more business centric, and I think that's good. The market is consolidating on this side, and myself, I like as a nerd to go into the hackathons and the blockchain foundation type of groups. And here we see more youngsters and more young blood, but that is tech. They may be, they are the ones who take the risk and build, maybe this next unicorn product.
But they need to be given the perspective of business if they want to succeed.
I fully agree. I mean, if we still have time on the interview, I don't know. We just came right before Singapore. We built a business hackathon.
Okay.
And so Bizathon. We gearing toward entrepreneur that has a business plan instead of building for the sake of building. And I think we're still not there yet, but I think the approach is interesting. And just in the first days of Singapore, we did a side event for a pitch day. I would say half of the candidates still build something and code something, while the exercise was you have 1 day to build a deck and pitch it. And that's actually kind of the core, right, of building a business, right? Yeah.
Well, I mean, that is where the difference is between the unstructured investment and structured investments. So when the structured VCs come into business, structured investors, they look at the business perspective. They don't just look at it like that. They mentor the youngsters to build in the right direction, to make it a valuable product, a valuable business proposition before they can actually go to the market. And that is where the difference is coming. There's a clear shift. Like 5 years into the Web3 industry, I'm seeing a lot of things are changing. People are serious now. People are not, bull run and drug pull kind of things are gone. More real life use cases. more products which have a utility, a revenue model. I mean, the crypto valuation model is gone, a digital asset valuation. Revenue models are coming in. And that is where we are evolving and maturing into a real business perspective in the Web3 industry rather than just the tech that we have been going gaga over all the time.
Absolutely. The corridors are more filled with, SaaS companies that provide services.
SaaS companies, people from like big four auditing firms resigning from there, joining the industry, people from the traditional business coming to the crypto industry, make a business out of it, not just the tech. And that's where we can see more adoption happening. That's where we can see more business happening.
I believe this is, those are healthy signs of a consolidation in our industry.
So guys, this was Louis. He's from Yellow Network. You got to check the protocol, the network that they are building. It is a layer on top of various things, super secured, super easy to trade for the assets which are not already listed on the exchanges. So they are solving a problem that has come, and I had a very interesting time discussing things with him because it's not just tech unless you can monetize it. And that is the way where entrepreneurs from the Web2 world should come forward to the Web3 ecosystem to make more sustainable business models, to make more monetizable business models, so that the investments that you are making in your digital assets can prove worthy to you in times to come. And with this, we come to the end of this session. This is the last video from Token2049 from my side. I'm signing off. This is Sudeep from Coin Gabbar, and we'll keep seeing you in more events like this. Till then, thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Thank you.